Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marissa. If you are new here, your favorite problematic housewife. Today we're going to be talking about Rich Lux and Dustin Dailey. Dustin Dailey just uploaded a video calling out Rich Lux for his problematic behavior. Sorry if you hear my baby in the background. I have 4 kids. I'm not a professional. My kids are always loud, and it just is what it is. So, yeah, I know. So, Rich Lux. I don't like Rich Lux. And I'm going to tell you that it's not because of his past. It's not because of his past. I can get over people's, past behavior if they are trying to do better. But Rich Lux to me is a bully. And a lot of his drama videos are just gross. The titles, the thumbnails, the way he treats a lot of people, I just don't like it. And he recently did a video about Nikocado Avocado, and he put in the title, Nikocado Avocado is dead, and the thumbnail was really gross, and I actually totally agree. Well, Dustin Dailey had some things to say. So we're gonna go through this video. It's not very long, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts.
I feel like I have to do this every couple of years. But there was something that happened yesterday, and I wanted to come on here and talk about it because it is annoying the absolute shit out of me. Now, you guys know that for the duration of time that I've been on YouTube, I've been friends with Rich Lux. Listen, and before we get into this, I am not trying to hate on Rich Lux. This is constructive criticism because I literally talked to him privately about this matter. He brushed it off. It was me as well as maybe 6 other people that were telling him what he did was absolutely wrong. And he just brushed it off and he made excuses and he just kept pushing the goalposts. Every time we would make a point to him, he would just be like, Nikocado does this all the time. And I get that. Listen, I understand that Nikocado is a troll, but that doesn't mean we have to stoop to his level.
I agree that just because Nikocado is trolling doesn't mean that we have to be nasty and stoop to his level. I completely agree with that. And I also want to say that it's really sad that people tried to tell Rich Lux what was wrong and he just dismissed it. If your friend is telling you hey, this is not a good look, I'm trying to help you, this is what's going on, and you just don't want to hear it, the arrogance is going to be your downfall because your friends are trying to help you. Now, you don't always have to agree, but the way that Rich Lux is this always happens. He never wants to hear criticism. He never wants to hear that he's doing anything wrong, and he will always make excuses. And before we continue, I also want to say that I haven't liked Dustin Dailey in the past. I'm going to be honest, but I am not one for holding people's past against them. And from what I have seen for a good while now, Dustin has been doing a lot better. He's really changed up his content. He's doing a lot of deep dives and more commentary. He's very much a commentary channel now, in my opinion, rather than just some tea channel. And I think he is doing really good, and I have enjoyed his new style of content. And I think it's awesome that he is trying to stay out of drama, and he's just doing his commentary and doing his thing. And I think that's awesome.
And if you don't know what I'm talking about, basically, Rich Lux uploaded a video yesterday, and it's titled, Nikocado Avocado is dead, with a question mark. Now, that is clickbait 1, because he's not dead.
No, he's not dead. I feel like Rich Lux just jumped on this because everybody's talking about it. That's what he does. And he will use the most dramatic thing that he can to get attention and get views. Putting a wrecked car in the thumbnail, it was gross.
2, the issue with that is there could be people that would see that follow him, that could immediately think that something bad had happened to him. And that's not good. Nobody should ever have to feel that way when they follow someone. And 3, the thing with him doing this is he also made the thumbnail a car crash. He literally sat on his computer and Googled a car crash and put a picture of Nikocado beside a car crash and put an arrow toward Nikocado. So all of this stuff combined is just really super bad in my opinion. And I want to make it really well known because people like to lump us together that I do not condone this type of stuff. And something else that really just pissed me off so bad is the fact that there was numerous comments there saying, hey, Rich, this is just a bad title. Could you change this? Could you change the thumbnail? It was a lot of constructive criticism. He deleted all those comments, and I got my notification, and I was like literally like the second comment on the video. But I left a comment and I said, with peace and love, this title is an int, friend. And I didn't even see the thumbnail at that point because I just got the notification and clicked on the video. Well, my comment got like 68 likes, and then it was removed, and there was like 6 comments that were replies. All the comments after that have been removed. Now, I know that we just woke up. It's like, I don't even know. It's probably like 1:30 here. I don't even know. I can't tell. I'm trying to look at the camera. There's comments there now actually calling him out. There's tons of freaking comments of people calling Rich out. And it's just like, at what point do you allow money to overtake your morals? And
I completely agree with this, but I also wanted to add in that if he was in a car wreck, if he did die, this is a video that Rich Lux would put out. If somebody was in a car accident and actually died, that's not tea. That's awful for him and his friends and his family. So even if he was in a car wreck and it wasn't clickbait, that's absolutely disgusting.
Just like at that point now with Rich, where I've told him over the past at least 4 to 5 years that he really needs to tighten it up and that everything shouldn't be a clickbait title. The fact that he even said that Orlin might have taken the gun from Nikocado and shot him or killed him, like...
So maybe he fought back and they both reached for the gun, and maybe Orlin shot him. Well, I got some exclusive tea.
That's not even tea. That's not funny. That's not commentary. That there's something like really wrong with Rich. There's something wrong with him in his head. And this video that he posted is like 11 minutes and some change, and I counted up. I think that he maybe used like 6 or 7 minutes of video footage from Nikocado's video, and then he put a sponsor in it, so he really only had to talk for maybe like 2 minutes max.
I thought it was really interesting that Dustin said he's been telling Rich for a few years, like, you need to clean it up, you need to tighten your channel up. It's getting to be too much with all the drama and clickbaits, and he's kind of like a paparazzi magazine almost. Like, he's kind of like a Perez Hilton, but worse. And I know he loves like his dramatic makeup and scene, and that's all great. He is playing a character, but his content is too much, and his content is not evolving, I think, is one of the problems. You can say what you want about Dustin Dailey, but if you compare Rich Lux's content to Dustin's content, Dustin is evolving with the times and the culture, okay? A few years ago, it was popular to be a beauty drama tea channel, and those kind of videos were blowing up. It was all about the beauty drama tea, and now people are more leaning towards liking commentary style videos where you are showing your receipts, giving your actual opinion. It's not just some crazy dramatic tea video. And I feel like Dustin has evolved with the culture on social media of what people like and expect now from somebody who is reporting things on YouTube. And Rich hasn't. He's gotten worse, in my opinion. And I feel like his style of content is literally going out the door, and he's not going to keep growing and be respected as a commentary channel because what he's doing is just too much, and a lot of people are not liking it.
It's just becoming really disheartening, and I feel like I get lumped into this because there's people like me that are trying to change the way people think about the drama community, and then there's people like Rich that will clickbait literally anything and then put gunshot sounds in a video and then put a picture of someone beside a car crash in a thumbnail and think that that's okay. That is not okay. That's not right in any capacity. It doesn't matter who you're talking about.
I appreciate this from Dustin. I appreciate, and I have noticed that he's trying to change the way he does his content. And I agree that the drama/tea community has gotten a really bad name for just being really dramatic and spreading false narratives and clickbaiting and just being like trashy magazines. And I think Dustin does not want to be associated with that kind of content, and I totally get it. Now, you could also say he's throwing his friend under the bus. But I don't really think so, because he's not dragging him. He tried to leave a comment. He tried to reach out to Rich Lux first. And it seems like this was a long time coming with Dustin, and he just doesn't support Rich's content. And I think he should say that, especially because he does get lumped in. with Rich Lux, and I think he doesn't want to be associated with that kind of thing, and I do get it. I do. Also, if Rich just did one mistake, say he just made a mistake and he messed up and he was just getting canceled for it, like, I would kind of side-eye someone who just dropped their friend over a mistake they made because everybody's pissed at them. But it seems to me like Dustin's been trying to talk to Rich for a long time behind the scenes. And it seems to me like he's just done. Now, I also think Dustin realizes being associated with Rich is bad for his career, especially with the kind of content that he wants to do. And that's not necessarily a good or a bad thing. It just is what it is, and I think he realizes that if he wants to take his channel where he wants it to go, he may have to leave Rich behind.
And while I'm talking about that, are you guys like literally not tired of talking about Trisha Paytas? It's like every time I turn around, like my feed is full of shit with Trisha Paytas. And I follow Trisha Paytas on social media. And I don't watch her videos that much anymore, but what is Trisha Paytas doing for all of you people to make videos about her like every single fucking day? Like, I'm not even like joking. I'm not even trying to defend Trisha at this point. It's just like at this point, like I feel like this is harassment. Like this is seriously harassment. Like Sebastian Soto, Rich Lux, Adam McIntyre, like y'all won't let these same 3 people breathe for 5 fucking minutes without y'all having to post a 10-minute video or longer trying to get ads and clicks off of it. Like, listen, like, I've done that. I've been there. I have been that person. I would pick apart things that people would say. But at the end of the day, there are lines that you should not cross.
Okay, thank you. Honestly, I thought I was one of the only ones who felt like this. The Trisha Paytas videos are getting to be way too much. She's pregnant. She's not really doing anything problematic at the moment, and I get it. People don't like Trisha Paytas, but Rich Lux's videos on her are gross. He's accusing her of lying about pregnancy complications and just picking apart her pregnancy the whole time. Like, let the woman be. She's about to have a baby, and it's just too much, and I'm so glad that Dustin brought this up because I feel the same way. And I don't want to see Trisha Paytas videos anymore. It gets to be too much when you make that much nitpicky type of content. People tune out and it makes it look like you are just being nasty and targeting this person. And Rich Lux is just using her for views and clicks, and he's being really gross about it. And Rich Lux is not the only one who did that. All of the drama channels did that. You know, Nick Snyder, Dustin Dailey, like the whole Gabby Hanna thing. They were all just doing video after video after video at Gabby Hanna, and it always looked like bullying to me. I'm glad that he's not doing that anymore, but he did used to do that content as well. And like I said earlier, Rich Lux is not evolving at all. A lot of these channels, like Paige Christie, she used to be called Petty Paige. She's really tried to change up her content, and I love the content that she's doing as well. And Rich Lux is just staying stuck in this weird place.
And I feel like there have been some lines crossed, especially with Rich Lux, with this video and this title and this thumbnail. Like, there are major problems with this, and when people get lumped into this category, like I have been for years, it's infuriating. And a couple weeks ago, I posted a video about how people can do the bare minimum and they just get paid and they get all the recognition. Rich is one of those people. He doesn't even do the bare minimum. If the bare minimum was here, this is where Rich would be. He's hired people that he has edit his videos, so I guess he thinks that he's doing something by these little, like, static edits and stuff, but he's really not. Like, this is lipstick on a pig. But
you can definitely tell by what he's saying and his content lately that he doesn't want to be labeled as some trashy tea channel anymore. And I'm sure it's really hard to get away from that. Once you are labeled and seen a certain way, it can be really hard to get out of that and be seen as a respected commentary channel. And I really think he's doing a good job of trying to turn it around. And Rich Lux just doing all this crazy stuff, I understand that it's frustrating for him. And it seems like he's been frustrated for a while, and clearly Rich does not want to hear it. So I understand the tough position that he's been in. I really do.
The the worst part about all of this too, honestly, is the fact that I called him out privately, Paige has called him out privately, Margot has called him out privately, Gareth has called him out privately. We've all talked about how bad this thumbnail is in combination with this title, and he still went on Twitter and defended his position, saying that this clickbait is okay when it's just absolutely not, because this is going to be the type of shit that causes an apocalypse again. You should not ever, unless someone is dead, put that this person is dead in a thumbnail or a title. You just should not fucking do that.
That is really interesting that Dustin says that Paige and Margot and all these people called him out privately. If all of these creator friends of yours are telling you that you're doing something wrong, I think you should listen. And you know, like I said, you don't have to take advice. You know, creators give each other advice all the time, and you don't always have to take it. But if one of my creator friends came to me and was like, seriously, this is too much, like you really did wrong here. And if multiple people did, I would listen and hear them out and like rethink what I'm doing. Now listen, okay, there is nothing wrong with having a messy friend, okay? A lot of the creators I'm friends with would probably tell you that I'm the messy friend, right? I'm kind of messy. Sometimes I get into drama. Sometimes I will pick fights with people if I feel like someone's being bullied or if there's just some crazy person going around terrorizing people. And I will say something. So what my point is I'm messy. It's okay to have a messy friend, but there's a line, right? And I try my best not to make the other people I'm associated with look bad because there's, you know, oh, she's kind of messy, but she's not bad. But then there's like, this is too much. They're going like off the deep end, off the rails, and no creator is going to want to be associated with you if you are too messy. There's a good messy, which I mean, I don't want to, you know, pat myself on the back, but I would say I'm a good messy. Not always, but I try. And then there's you are a mess, a loose cannon, you are unhinged, you are doing too much, or you are just too bad to be associated with. Now, I will say a lot of this group of drama channels kind of had a pattern of throwing each other under the bus when things got tough, when the heat got too hot, or when one of them was making each other look bad. But in this case, I don't really think that's what happened because, like I said, it seems like Dustin kind of tried to get through to him for a long time, and Rich Lux always makes everyone look bad. So if that's what you're thinking, because Rich Lux has been nasty this whole time. So I think Dustin just had enough. And it's crazy that Rich Lux just doesn't care. It just goes to show that he hasn't changed at all. So like I said, where his past, yes, is problematic, I can look past that if he's trying to be a better person and trying to change. And actively showing that with his actions, like I feel like Dustin Dailey is. And Rich Lux is not doing that at all.
And honestly, I know that this is so cliche to say, but I guess when you're friends with someone or you're friendly with someone, you want to see the good in them. You would hope that they wouldn't do this type of shit. And you get to where you expect you out of people, and that's just not the case because this is not something that I would ever do. I would literally never do that. I wouldn't talk about Jaclyn Hill's divorce. There's been numerous things that have went on in social media and drama and things that I just would not touch because I feel like there should be boundaries with people. I feel like there should be boundaries when you talk about other people's lives. Yes, it's okay to get on here and you can talk about certain things, but when it comes to like death and when it comes to like relationships and shit like that, like I feel like you should either really tread lightly or you just shouldn't do it at all. And Rich just went balls deep into it. And he's like upset a whole bunch of people. There were tons of comments on his video where they were calling him out. And there's tons more because I just sat through and watched that whole video. It was literally a Nikocado video. If Nikocado wanted to claim that video as a copyright, he probably could and get away with it because at this point, Rich uses more people's content for filler than there's actual content of him in a video.
I totally agree when it comes to people's private lives and relationships. You have to be really careful with how you go about talking about stuff. And again, he's just like a gross tea channel, in my opinion, and he's continuing the bad label that tea and drama and even commentary channels get, because sometimes commentary channels are lumped in with tea and drama channels and stuff, and they get a bad name. And even if, like I said, Nikocado did pass away, Rich Lux doing a video like that would be gross anyway, because he's a T channel and he put like a smashed car in the thumbnail and it was just bad. It was not a good look and he really should have listened to his friends.
Even in the video clips that he used, he got the fucking timeline wrong. Because everyone was saying that this video of Nikocado at the dentist was actually like from a month or so ago. It's people like Rich that do drama and commentary that have literally ruined this genre for people because they're tired of seeing the clickbait titles. They're tired of clicking on a video and not getting what is in the title or in the thumbnail. And that's why I've been trying very hard to move away from this. But the more I move away from it, the more I'm tied to it because people always lump me into this category and I am so sick of it. I no longer want to be affiliated with Rich Lux in any kind of capacity. And I know that the last time that I did this type of video and I talked about Rich Lux openly after talking to him privately, that he got very mad and he was like, oh, you tried to like destroy my brand. Rich, you need to grow up. You do not have a brand. You're not a brand owner. You're a YouTuber. And all these grandiose ideas that you have that you are, you're not. You're never going to be Jeffree Star. You're never going to be on his level. You're never going to have $5 million in your bank account. It's just never going to happen for you when you do this type of shit. I know that a lot of people are rewarded for bad behavior and you have been for a very long time, but you're never going to get to the level that you think that you are, that you put out on the internet, that you want people to believe that you are.
Oh, hot damn. Is he dropping some truth? I was like, whoa, why don't you tell us how you really feel, Dustin? Now, you can tell by what he's saying that this isn't just a one-off thing. You can tell that he's been feeling like this for a while because I don't think he would have done this if Rich just made a mistake, he had a bad take or something like that. I think Rich Lux has been doing this. He never stopped doing this. And I think Dustin is just sick of it. And I think Rich is going to be mad. He's going to play victim. He's going to cry and act like everyone's attacking him.
Because you're not. Because you're being a shitty fucking person. When you put money above your morals, that lets people know what kind of person you are. Honestly, I don't even know that I would ever want to even have any kind of interaction with you personally in like a personal relationship, friendship, or anything like that anymore because you are just sick. You make me sick. You make me fucking feel like physically ill. Like that thumbnail and that combination with that title really just struck a nerve with me that I just don't think that I can come back from with you because anybody that could do that to someone that could possibly be in a situation where they could harm themselves is sick. It's just gross. As someone that has like really struggled with mental health and we know that Orlin and Nikocado have broken up, like you should tread lightly. You should. And
I think some of his feelings on this and why his tune might have changed a little bit on how to do the content could have to do with the fact that, you know, his Nick Snyder, when Nick Snyder's mom died, which was very tragic and sad and awful, there were a lot of people making some nasty videos about him and his mom and how he's grieving and all this stuff that I thought was just way out of line. And when you have someone in your personal life that is going through something and people are making videos like that, it can be really hard. And a lot of times people don't realize what that feels like until they're dealing with something like that. So that could be part of it.
And just like Trisha Paytas, like I was talking about a minute ago, like all these motherfuckers that make videos about her, she can't even have a pregnancy. She can't even be pregnant and happy without people on the fucking internet trying to ruin it. The whole drama thing and the whole community that I've been a part of for so long, honestly, at this point, is so watered down and so far removed from what it was when we first started this shit. It's not even something that I want to be a part of anymore because we used to call out things that were important, like people not disclosing codes and people lying about other people and people doing things to other people's products and stuff. How is it that we got to where we just clickbait people's deaths? That is not what this was founded on. This is not what we started this as. And
the crazy thing is the beauty drama channels that blew up because of Dramageddon 1 and Dramageddon 2 and all the Jeffree Star stuff. And, you know, they were calling out Jaclyn Hill and things like that. A lot of them ended up becoming worse than the people they were talking about. And it just got really hateful and nasty, like so many drama communities do, and anti-communities. I mean, it just is very hard to stay grounded and respectful and normal when you're doing drama, and you have to really try your best. Now, if you want to be some crazy tea channel, then whatever, but I agree that Rich Lux and channels like that really do give the drama community a bad name. And I appreciate any channels who are trying to do better and who are trying to do respectable commentary, because that is what we want. That is what we want to see. Trashy tea channels are going out the door, and I think people are over the clickbait and the dramatics and all that. And I feel like the commentary community is what people want, and that's what's doing well, and that is what people like to see. And I really think more and more people are going to start watching more commentary channels and getting away from the trashy kind of tea. But at the end of the day, there's always going to be a place for garbage content that people want to watch. And that's what Rich Lux has, in my opinion. He has garbage content. And I'm just glad that Dustin Dailey doesn't want to be that.
One of the major reasons, along with a few other people, why people do not take anyone seriously anymore on the internet. And I'm just going to fill his bag up. Him and I can no longer be. Not that we've even been close over the past year or two. It's just the fact that I cannot be associated with this type of shit anymore because it's not who I am as a person. And if I didn't call you out for it and I just let it slide, I would just be an enabler, and I'm just not doing that shit anymore. So what you did is wrong. I'm not cool with it. It's not funny. It's not cute. And the fact that you put gunshot sounds in there and said that maybe Orlin took the gun and killed Nikocado, that's absolutely sick. And there's something wrong with you in your head. And I really hope that you get the help that you need, because
well, there you have it, guys. Dustin Dailey is officially denouncing Rich Lux. I don't even think he wants to be friends with him at this point. And I totally understand why. And I actually appreciate Dustin Dailey kind of acknowledging the fact that that beauty drama community was getting really toxic and nasty, because for a long time, it did feel like Dustin Dailey didn't see it. And he didn't really care about any bad behaviors or problems with the community. So I am really glad that he's trying to change and do better, and acknowledging that that whole community was just getting really bad. And I know there's a whole community that hates the OG, drama channels that I like to call them. I also think that community is crazy. It was like an anti-drama channel community that formed, and they really came for the OG drama channels. And there were a lot of things that I didn't like about it either, but people get obsessed. The obsession was real. Things were crazy. And this topic was especially interesting to me, not only because it was ooh, drama, two friends are falling out, because that's never good, but the whole premise of why Dustin Dailey's upset with Rich Lux. And it really makes me think about how commentary channels kind of started distancing themselves from tea channels, right? It's a diss to a lot of people to be called a tea channel. And commentary channels came about because there was all these tea and drama channels, in my opinion, that were just too much. But people still want to give commentary and report the news that's going on and tell everybody what they think of different YouTube situations and topics and dramas. But tea channels had such a bad name. So it's really interesting to see these old OG beauty tea channels and how some of them really want to get away from the community and be seen as more of commentary. So that's why I find this whole thing really interesting. And I'm just glad that some of these channels are trying to give drama and commentary a better name. So let me know what you guys think down below. I totally agree with Dustin on this. And for me, it's not just this video. It's been Rich Lux content altogether. All of his videos on Trisha Paytas, on everybody. I just don't like the way that he does tea. So of course, let me know your thoughts. Let's keep it respectful as always. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.